Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Colour with Claire. Today we're looking at Prismacolor Premier skin tones. So that is skin tones that can be found in the Prismacolor pencil set. So this is actually part of a series that I've set up on my channel. It's a playlist all of its own and it looks at skin tones throughout all of the major pencil sets. So you'll find Polychromos, Caran d'Ache Luminance, Black Widow, loads of different pencil sets that I've outlined all of the skin tone palettes that I particularly use. Now this isn't a sort of definitive list of the skin tones that you can get from Prismacolors. You might not like some of them, you might like others. This is just ones that I use in my colouring and I thought I'd put them all together for you. So hopefully it would help you out with yours. So let's get started. As you can see, I've put a list of all of the skin tones with a blank box next to them, and I'm going to be filling in that blank box as a blend just to show you how the colours blend together and how they look. I do have separate videos. If you just search on my channel how to colour skin or skin tones, you'll find different videos of me colouring actual faces, so you can kind of adapt these to colouring a face. But just for this video I'm showing you the palette in the blend only. So I'm going to zoom in so that we can see close up what we're doing. Maybe just zoom out a little bit and make sure we're all focused. And we'll begin. So the first one that I have here it's quite a light skin tone palette. Even though it starts off with brown umber, that's for your shadows and your shaded areas like underneath your cheekbones, places like that. But you don't have to use the whole palette. You could just use these three here if you wanted a really, really fair skin tone. It's up to you. So we'll start off with brown umber. That's number 941 in the Prismacolor Premier. And we have a 5 colour blend to do here, so making sure that I'll be able to fit all of my colours within this box, but really this is just a demonstration to show you how well they blend together. I'm not going to be completely burnishing the tooth out of this. As I say, it's not going to be a smooth finished product. It's just a demo for the blend. So there is the brown umber. Then we've got the beige sienna PC 1080. It's quite a cool skin tone, I think. That's how I'd describe it anyway. But as I say, these two colours are for your highlights and shadows, and that kind of goes the same all the way down my palettes here, because you will see that some of the colours just look ridiculously red or, you know, really too bright or orangey, and they are to be used sparingly when you come to actually colouring a face, but they are sort of needed to do your shadows. This next one is the peach beige, number 1085. Then we have eggshell, number 140. And finally, cream, number 914. There we go. That's our first skin tone done. Next up, we've got henna. So this particular skin tone is the one that I use pretty much 90% of the time when I'm colouring a person. It's just one that I've sort of got used to using, and I do need to sort of expand my skin tones a little bit more, but yeah, this is the one that is my go-to skin tone. So you start off with your henna, and it really does look ridiculously dark, doesn't it? And very, very red. But that's what this greyed lavender is for. That's actually a separate colour to all of these, and I'll show you at the end what I mean by that. So we've got our henna. We've then got nectar, which is PC 1092. Then we have peach, PC 939. I've actually not filled in the shape as much as I should have done, because I was expecting to have this lavender at the end, but that actually goes over the dark colours, so we don't need to have extra space for that. And then the light peach, PC 927, just to fill the end in there. So as I say, that is my go-to skin tone. And what we need the greyed lavender for, PC 1026, is to counteract the redness in this. So if you put a purple or a lilac, you know, a very light purpley lavender tone over red, it counteracts it and it pales it, but it still gives that look of shadow. People often use purples for shadows, and this is why. So you can see just how it's kind of desaturated that red and just cooled it right down and made it into much more of a shadow looking thing rather than this bright red. But hopefully you can see that, and you can do that with the Grade Lavender on any one of these palettes that you think might look a little bit too red, but I just thought I'd show it to you on this one because this one's the one that I use mostly. Okay, next up we have got Terracotta, which is PC944. Again, very, very red, but don't forget to use these quite sparingly as your shadow colours. I know that this can look quite stark on the page here, and you're probably thinking what kind of skin tone looks like that, but believe me, it actually works when you're coming to shadows and things. Gone out the line. Then we've got Pumpkin Orange, PC1032. Always remember to keep your pencils sharp, really, really helps with blends. We've then got Mineral Orange, PC1033. And finally, Beige, PC997. You can actually use your lightest colour to go in and blend out the rest of it. It might dull them down a little bit, but it's a good tip to use your lightest colour as a blender. I'm just going to go back in there with a bit of Mineral Orange because I'm trying to get the blends looking as smooth as possible, and sometimes you just have to go in and do another little touch up there. Okay, next up is Tuscan Red, so let's move you up a little bit. Now, don't be fooled by this pencil. This is a Charismacolour pencil, which is the original Prismacolor. I couldn't find a Tuscan Red in my Prismacolor set. I must have mislaid it somewhere, so I've had to grab this one out of my coveted Charismacolour pencils. So we've got Tuscan Red. Again, very, very dark. But you can either just use it sparingly as shadow, or you can counteract it with the Grade Lavender. So Tuscan Red, then Chestnut 1081, then we're back to Nectar, which we've already used, which is PC1092. Blending that in a little bit more there. Then we have Salmon Pink, PC1001. And finally, Deco Peach, PC1013. There we go. So again, you know, like I said, I would counteract that probably with the Grade Lavender. Let's give it a go quickly, because you know it is quite red, and this really does dull it down quite a lot. So yeah. Next up is Dark Umber, which is PC947. So we're getting into the darker skin tones now. And even though this is quite a dark skin tone, you still have quite a light highlight tone there. So it's always best to try and get as much sort of contrast as you can, but still with a good gradient. This is Sandbar Brown, jumping out my hand. This is 1094. This has a little bit of a greenish tone to it, but Skin Tone does have green in it. And then you have Beige Sienna, which we might have used. Yeah, we already used that one. It's 1080. And finally, Peach Beige, which is 1085. Keep blowing off the dust. I need my little brush. Okay, so that's that one. Now obviously you can go back in with all of these tones and, you know, blend them a little bit more. This is purely for demonstration purposes, so it would probably look a little bit better than that if I took time on it, but again, that's just me being a perfectionist. Okay, last up we have Espresso, which is PC 1099, and this is the darkest skin tone. So whereas that one was quite a cool dark skin tone, this is more of a warm dark skin tone. Then we have Dark Brown 946. Chocolate 1082. Oh, there's my brush. Right there, I'm looking at it. Chocolate, which is a really, really nice pencil colour. And nice food as well. And finally, Sienna Brown, which is PC 945. And that just really brings the warmth. This one and chocolate really bring the warmth into the tone. There we are. That is all of our Prismacolor skin tones done. How quick and easy was that? Hopefully you've enjoyed watching me show you these skin tones, and I really hope that it will be useful to you in your colouring. If you are looking for other brands of pencil, please do check out my playlist, link in the description, and you might just find it there. If not, please do request it. If I have the pencils, I will do it for you. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and click the thumbs up for this video, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.